Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just Talk with Gabe. I'm here, my psychic is here,
Here!
and so is our guest. Let's get started. Who do we have on today's show?
Today we have one truly talented actor, McKinzie J. Scott.
I can't wait to hear all about him. So grab your snacks, sit back, relax, and as always, enjoy the show! All right, McKinzie, welcome to the show. Glad you could join us.
Nice. Thank you for having me.
All right, let's get into it. So let's start with kind of when did you first realize that you wanted to act?
I feel like my entire life was just like pointing towards these signs. I would say it was just mainly like the fact of like when I was younger, I went to I went to two different high schools. Like I went to Fresh Douglass Academy at first, and for like 2 years, and then I just knew I always want to do something because I played lacrosse, I did taekwondo, but I felt like everything just wasn't for me. So I think I really decided I wanted to act after seeing Oppenheimer of Cillian Murphy like in 2023, and then I was just like, that's exactly what I want to do, and I figured that it was something that was different, it made me stand out, and allowed me to express myself as well. So like I applied to my professional performing arts high school, like professional performing arts school, by myself actually. My mom didn't really like want me to transfer school, especially this late. I was transferred in my I think sophomore year, and she didn't really believe. And she was like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna," because I was doing bad in school as well. So she was just thinking I'm gonna do the same exact thing I was doing inside of the school I was currently in. So I had to prove to her that I was like serious about acting, and I applied myself to the school. I got in within. I did an audition. I got like the audition myself. I went to like the office to apply for the school myself, and I got in within an hour. The auditioner was
Wow.
pressed. Yeah, auditioner was impressed with my acting, and she called my mom within an hour of like doing the audition. My mom ran into my room and said, "Oh yeah, you should never did like the I think I did like the Franklin Saint audition from Snowfall." And she basically said, "You should never did that audition. You didn't get in." I'm like, "Oh damn." I'm like, "Okay, it's all right." And then she was joking, and she was like, "You got in." And I'm like, we was all happy. Like everybody in my family kept congratulating me, and that was like the first time I felt like I took the initiative to do something of my own, as well as like I actually wanted to act. Because like I've always been into acting since like I was like 10 years old. I went to CS 154 school. 'Cause I was raised in Harlem, so it was like around a bunch of arts, and it was just probably just me just wanting to step out of my comfort zone. I did improv. Uh, Even at my I went to I used to go to church a lot. um I was basically approached by like this. It was like an older guy who basically said, "You have like a face for acting." He showed me my first movie called The Revenant, which is Leonardo DiCaprio, and um, it basically just funded my growth for the arts. And I think I progressively like loved acting, but I just didn't know that I really wanted to do it until like I seen the movie, and I'm like, okay, this is exactly what I want to do, and I really have to just apply myself and prove to everyone that this is how I want to like live my life.
Oh, that's
That
awesome.
is
That is like a really great
It is a
story.
good story.
And then, of course, Snowfall. Well, that's a
That's a
winner.
good show.
That was like
That's
a
a
great
winner.
show. Yeah. So I'm there.
Hey, I'm there too. Yeah.
Okay. Kind of off of that, before we go on to our next question, you studied martial arts, Taekwondo. Do
Yes.
you eventually have you had an opportunity to use your martial arts, or like would you like to do something like that to maybe blend it into a role or something? That's kind of
I would love to use my martial arts inside of a role. I definitely would feel like that would be a pretty cool experience. Just knowing martial arts, I feel like was always a good thing. Because I'm able to play the piano as well and guitar. But so I just had like the fighting skills just to learn it because I was obsessed with like MMA and WWE as a kid. Me and my little brother, Mikhail, used to just like recreate all like the actions, the dialogue, and everything at a young age. So it was always I love fighting. So I was just like one of those kids who just like just learn it. I did that in boxing and lacrosse, like the most what do you call it physical sport you can possibly do. So and I just did it just to do it, and I just had that experience on top of it. But I would definitely love to do a role where I'm using my taekwondo skills to my its advantage. It would be something cool.
Yeah, that sounds like it'd be cool.
That
Definitely.
does sound like it would be
Like an
really
action
cool.
movie.
Yeah, like an action
Yeah.
movie or
Yeah.
any kind of like a mafia. I don't know. Something else. Get that out there.
Yeah. All right. So can you walk us through your process when you're preparing for a new role? Like what does that look like for you?
Um, I definitely say it would be like an emotional drive and with mixed with like a technical craft. So I do watch a lot of movies. I probably watch a movie every single day. Um, I take like an extensive amount of notes on every single movie I watch, and I do the same exact thing when it comes to like preparing for like a role I'm doing. I try to look at the background of the character, even if they don't have one. I'll create a scenario in my head because my process memorization is never a problem for me. I can memorize basically in like I want to say like 10 minutes of reading an entire script. So it's mainly just about having the character's ideas in my head and what he would do, what he would say, and just knowing the character so well that if I don't even know the lines, I can just improvise or give it my all. Because I feel like if I don't know, if I can't like Christian Bale said, if I can't go on set like knowing every second, like if they say, oh yeah, we have no scripts today, and we're just improvising. If I can't go on set thinking I can improvise for this character without being myself and I can just be a complete different character, like I feel like I'm not prepared. So I just like give it my all. I'll take notes on the character. I'd progressively just like write on the character, do everything I have to do just to make the character feel real as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that
I
is.
mean, it's kind of like you do for a while become that character because if
Yeah,
your audience doesn't believe you,
It
then
doesn't work.
it
So you have
doesn't
to kind
work.
of
exactly.
work to become the character, definitely. So, would you say is one role or project that challenged you either like emotionally, creatively, like anything?
One role that challenged me emotionally. Um, I'd personally say manhood because I think it was like the first time I've ever like left New York to film something. I was in North Carolina for like the first day. I'm a very adaptive person when I like leave like home, but that was like the first time I've ever left home at the age of like 18. Like I had just turned 18. No, I wasn't even. Yeah, no, I was 18 years old. Yeah, I left home to go to North Carolina. Like I think I told my mom the last minute I was leaving to go film, and then
You're like, okay, bye, mom. See ya.
Bye.
yeah, but yeah, I was in North Carolina for like the entire week, and I think the first day I got there, I was just like I wouldn't say homesick, but I was just like so like downed. And then I was just on the phone with my girlfriend every single day. She was just trying to help me get through it. And I think I got like that for I didn't we wasn't even filming the first day. It was just basically like just being there. And then like the second day I was there, it was like rigorous. I was the only one there on set like for like that first day because I'm leading the show. I was the only one there because the co-star comes the next day. So we had maybe 11 sides a day because we had to film this all in a week. So
Wow.
yeah, so I'm memorizing 11 sides basically first thing in the morning because we're filming from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. And it was just I was familiar with the character because I think I auditioned for this role and I got placed in the role probably I want to say December, and we started filming I think January 1st, January 2nd. Um, and basically it was like I feel like it was very very rigorous where we just like filming like back to back to back like scenes. It was like barely any like rarely any breaks. And if I did have a break, it was like a few minutes. So it was just mainly I feel like I had to really grow up in that moment. Like the title name manhood. I feel like I had to really become a man to actually like feel the impact and like just get over it. And it's your life, it's your job, you know.
Right.
Right. Yeah,
That's true.
definitely. I can imagine all that vigorous like work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
just kind of being away from home. I guess you're like for the first time, it's like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
where is
Where
everybody?
is everybody? Yeah. But at least you
Yeah.
had that bit of time to actually like know the script before they threw you into the fire, so to speak.
Yeah, it was just yeah. The script was like insanely long. But I knew that coming into it, but I just didn't know the order we was gonna film it in. So I just wasn't going to memorize the script because I always feel like I'd rather go on set with like an open mind and not just be like too on book because I feel like if you're too on book, you can't really take direction from the director and when he's giving you a task. So I like to like come on set with an open mind, memorize the lines right then and there because I'm very fast at memorization. So I can just memorize it there. If he says, "Oh, I want you to say the lines slower, say the lines faster, just do something different with the lines, or change it up, improvise a little bit. I can just add what I want to add to the script. I can just give them a little bit of like twang, you know?
Yeah,
Right.
most definitely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, I have a question for you, Mackenzie.
Yeah.
You've been kind of steadily building your name and your brand. How do you stay grounded? Because you seem like a pretty just chill, grounded person in this industry that's sometimes not so chill and grounded.
Yeah, I definitely say it's not the easiest, but I definitely feel like it's just the background the background I came from, like um just remembering where I came from. No, like uh I was in elementary schools. I got held back in third grade for just not doing work just because I was drawing every single day. So I just always remember that like I was always obsessed with the arts ever since like a young age. I was obsessed with Michael Jackson. I was just doing random things, just doing anything just to, I wouldn't even say get attention. It was just mainly just to express myself in a different way without having to say too much words. So I always remember that this is what you were made for at the end of the day. And whether it comes now, whether it comes later, whether it comes 10 years from now, everybody's process is different. There's people who didn't make it big in the industry to A-list level at the age of 65, you know? And there's also people who made it very young, at like 6 or 9 years old. Everybody's goals and everybody's dreams are completely different, and I just feel like I'm lucky to have found my aspiration and my goals this early at the age of like 19. I'm 19 years old, and I feel like I'm just starting out, and I just want to build my name as much as possible. And you just can't I can't just can't be demotivated because everything happens for a reason, and I feel like I didn't choose the craft chose me. So I just have to, I want to be one of the greats. So I just have to, live up to expectations and try my hardest to get my name out there and be the best I possibly can be. Because at the end of the day, who's gonna do it for you if you're not doing it for yourself? I feel like you have to be motivated and just tell yourself and trust in the process. Just be deluded about the process and try it.
That's
That's
true.
true.
And I like that you said that everything happens for a reason because it
Yeah.
actually leads me to my next question. Kind of, is there any lesson you learned about the industry that you kind of had to learn the hard way and now have to pass on to others?
Um, I definitely say something I learned about the industry that I had to learn the hard way is just um no, I want to say no one believes in it until you actually show it. So, like, for example, the people you're around might not, like, depending on the group you're around, they might call it corny. They might say that it's like a rare thing. Everybody in your family might say, "Oh yeah, you should have a hobby. You should have like a backup dream or a backup job or something like that." I feel like you should just believe in yourself and not listen to them because everybody is, I want to say, a guru and try to make you change your dreams, change your aspirations until you actually make those dreams, aspirations come true. And everybody is on the bandwagon saying that, oh yeah, we supported you from the beginning, but at the same time, they were the same people telling you to go, do something else and try to like support it. I just believe,
Right.
yeah, I
Right.
believe in giving everything your heart. I feel like if you can't give like this passion your heart, yeah, I just feel like you can't really do it. I definitely feel like it's one of those things if you're not willing to sacrifice everything for your passion, for your goal, what are you even doing it for? Because
That
I was one of those kids, I applied for colleges. I applied for colleges as well. In my senior year, I was thinking about going to college. I got accepted to AMDA and I got accepted to AADA, American Dramatic Arts Academy. And I was going to go, but I had to talk with my mom. We was talking about the like just like the process of doing it, and I'll have to pay for it and everything. I'm just like, why would I pay? Why would I pay to go to college when I could just fully focus on my career and actually just take this completely seriously? And that's exactly what I did. I just last minute I basically said I don't want to do it, and I just want to pursue acting. And that's basically what I'm doing. You know?
that's
That's,
pretty cool.
that's pretty cool,
Yeah.
just going for it with your
Just
career.
exactly,
Yeah.
because see, that even actually leads me into my next question somewhat. Like, can you talk about a time when a no actually turned into a greater yes? And that kind of feels like it might be that moment, or is there another moment that you can say that?
Yeah, it definitely. Yeah, I definitely feel like my biggest no was definitely realizing that college wasn't the right move for me. Getting accepted to both of those colleges, which are pristine, they have a lot of good alumni for the colleges, and just last minute, just not wanting to balance out high school and filming every single day. Like, and I already I showed myself already, and I showed my mother that I have what it takes to be big. So I feel like at this point, going to college just I'm doing it for no reason because a degree definitely doesn't make you get any closer to becoming a bigger actor. Like having a degree doesn't just magically put you inside the industry. So I feel like
Right.
I'd rather just risk the path, taking just doing what I have to do, and not risking those 4 years, like turn down a bunch of roles just to be inside of college when I could just do what I have to do now and get it out of the way because it is what it is.
That's true.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. So when you're not on set or auditioning, kind of what keeps you creative? Like, what are you doing when you're not acting, so to speak?
So like yeah, definitely what I said. Watching a movie every single day, taking notes. I study a lot of actors. I watch pretty much every single movie I possibly can. I have like multiple journals where I just like journal acting. I like to just spend time with my girlfriend. Spend time with my family. I like to play the guitar, play piano. Everything that just like try to keep me like in check. I might even like go on Duolingo, even just to learn English. You know, yeah,
Yeah, that's important.
yeah, exactly. Like so, it's just I definitely like this is everything. Reading scripts, like actively just trying to promote my name out there, try to just get myself out there. Might just occasionally just do everything I possibly can if I have just free time. Work out everything you possibly can you can do just to keep your mind inside that motive, so you're just not getting discouraged and you feel like every single time that you're just doing something, you're still actively progressing your career.
That's true.
That's true. That's true. So, who would you say inspires you? Like, not just professionally, but personally as well.
Um, One of my inspirations would definitely be Killian Murphy, and Damson Idris. Um, I think that Killian Murphy, the reason I feel like the things that he just does, like the fact that he doesn't he doesn't feel the need to like every single actor nowadays, they'll move to Hollywood and try to get in the spotlight and do something. Killian just chose to stay inside of like London and Dublin, and just like stay in the same exact place and not really move, and produce his own movies whatever he has to do or get flown out when he needs to, instead of like chasing all the spotlight and chasing all the fame and staying out of the spotlight, instead of like doing things that every normal actor would do.
Right.
And yeah, Damson definitely inspires me simply because of the fact that he did a 7 season show of I think it's 7 or 6 season show of Snowfall, and he played like the traditional black character where he's like a where he's like a gang member, not like traditionally, but like he's like a kind of a nerd, drug dealing, like traditional what they would typecast for a black kid, and
All
then
right.
but now he got out of that role instantly, just hopped in a movie where he's like doing something completely opposite. He's inside of an F1 movie with Brad Pitt. I
Oh
feel like
wow.
yeah, definitely inspiration where it's like you're you're not being typecasted, you're actively getting things that are completely different and out of like the traditional typecast inside of Hollywood, because Hollywood is changing very very fast, and there's going to be a lot more like multicultural, multi-race movies out, because that's what everybody wants to watch. That's what everybody wants to see. People want to see them all themselves on TV, like to
That
see themselves inside of an actor. Yeah. So and I definitely feel like that's one of my inspirations, just to like just be in movies where I'm not playing a typecast character, where I can just play something completely different, something out of my comfort zone, even if I'm playing a hillbilly. But that's not being typecast. Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that sounds like fun though.
actually kind of does sound like fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if you heard Gabe and I were gonna ask the same question at the same time. So now it's my turn.
Okay,
Oh,
you can ask.
I can
Okay.
ask it. So, what's something that you wish more people understood about what it takes to pursue being an actor on this level?
um, I feel like they definitely should understand that it's not overnight. Like you might see people. I feel like you'll see people like on projects. You see people just constantly being inside of a film, but like that takes years of grinding, years of sacrifice, and like just years of like doing different things, and then setbacks and all of these like complications. Because I feel like the limelight, we might see an A-list actor on a runway or red carpet right now taking pictures for their new movie, and we don't even know like the backstory for that. Like that movie was getting filmed for almost 3 years, probably even four, or getting written for
Right.
3 years, maybe even four, where they were just in the waiting process for an entire like for a long time, where they were just unemployed for a long time, and then they film the movie, and this they're waiting a whole entire another year for the movie to come out. Where they weren't known for like the filming. They probably got known for like a few shots where like because they were filming it, but for that entire time where everybody's just waiting for the movie, there's no buzz about it. Maybe like a few buzz until the trailer comes out, and
Right.
then yeah, exactly. So I feel like actors are like the most I want to say antisocial people to possibly ever exist. like like everybody I feel like all actors are just in the spotlight because we have to be, and
Yeah.
I feel like no actor unless you're like really an extrovert likes being in the spotlight, like because I feel like everybody just want I feel like we want to be on camera because that's our job and that's what we choose to do, but like the press is just like something that comes with it. And I feel like majority of the times, most newer actors who just want to just act and don't really know it, just see the press side and see that, oh yeah, they're getting fame from being on like red carpets and they're getting fame from being inside of a movie, but that's just like probably maybe 0% of it, 0.1% of like the actual process of everything that's going down, like just being on set, like like having headaches, like popping Tylenols because your head hurts, need water, like it's just so many things. Like, you lose your voice because like you had to scream like for 7 different takes. It's like it's just so
Right.
many
Right.
yeah, it's just so many different things that like newer actors just don't see because they just haven't been in like the type of setting. Because of course it looks easy from the behind the scenes, but like it's just like the amount of time and energy and patience that it just goes into that, and then also like the critics that like the hating from just being like doing your job. Like for example, like Timothy, he just gets hated for just being inside getting work. He gets hated for being doing work. I feel like every single thing, just like it makes you unmotivated, but at the same time, if you're motivating in your head, it's really just a delusional thing. You have to be motivating in your head just like to get over everything that's happening around you at the end of the day.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah.
That is definitely true.
So, if you could write the perfect role for yourself, what would it be and why? If you're not set on the hillbilly, then what would it be?
How to write the perfect role for myself? I don't know. I definitely would think of a cold, complex character with like an emotionally layered like backstory. I feel like I would want to play the type of character where he's just like he just lives. He just like everything lives in his eyes. Like all his pain, all his struggle, every single thing lives in his eyes. Like he's carrying so much weight, but you can't really tell on the outside, but it's like all deep in the inside. I don't know. I just definitely just want to play a role where it's like primarily facially acting, where I'm like it's like insane amount of stillness just to sell this character to multiple people. I just want to deliver a type of performance where I'm not overacting. I'm just doing so subtle things, but it carries so much weight.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be interesting to kind of play around with some like complex character.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like kind of an unspoken let your face do the speaking. So yeah,
Yeah,
that would be
exactly.
a
Yeah.
cool character.
that would be definitely. All right, we're gonna go on a quick commercial break.
Okay, McKinsey, we're gonna come back and have some silly fun. You ready?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
All
All right,
right.
we'll be right back, guys.
Welcome to Action Magazine, your front row seat to the world of entertainment. Get the latest news, exclusive stories, and the insider access to the hottest trends and more, all in one place. But here's the twist. Action Magazine isn't just something you read, it's something you experience. Dive deeper with interactive features, immersive videos, and content that comes to life on your screen. For the best experience, view on your computer. Get in on the action. Stay ahead of the curve with stories that move just as fast as you do. Action Magazine. Entertainment redefined. Log on now and experience the difference.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back, guys.
All right, time to get to the next round of questions.
The fun round. I like the fun round, McKinzie. Can you tell? Just a little.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So, what's your favorite city and why?
Of course, New York is the best city. Arguably, not really arguably, it definitely is just the best city. But it's where I grew up. It's where like it just started my story. I feel like there's so many different people inside of New York, and you have like insane. It's famous people who just walk down the street, get on the train, and they won't even get recognized. It's just one of those places where everybody's just in their own world that you could just do whatever you want and nobody would care. So that's why I love New York. I feel like you can't try to be big because the city is so big already. Everybody has their own lives. You just feel so small, but it gives you like that grounded vibe that you need, and it just builds you up in like a way that no other city can.
Oh, that's awesome. I still have not been in New York.
You
That's on
should.
my
You
wish
wanna
list.
go.
Yeah, we want to go
should.
for sure.
Alrighty. If your life were a movie, what would the title be, and who would play you?
If the title would definitely be Against the Odds, and I definitely play myself because no one else could play the story better than you. I'm
That's true.
like, so I definitely feel like it would be against the odds because at the end of the day, I'm a black kid from Harlem, and I feel like I'm just fighting every single, I'm trying to fight stereotypes. I'm trying to fight every single thing possibly. I just want to be different. I don't want to be like anybody else. I want to be myself. At the end of the day. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know. This question was fun, so I'm gonna make you guys laugh. I think Clueless because that is my life. So, and it's already been done. So, and it's actually just how I would do it. So there you go.
There we go. I don't know about a title though. I know I play myself because of how tiny I am. I can just show you and play myself as a kindergartner.
Well, maybe not a kindergarten,
no,
but
for
definitely
real.
like a second grader,
No, for
maybe.
real. I could just shake, just kneel, kind of. I'm already the same height, really.
Yeah. And see, McKinzie, I'm only 4'7", so I can rib him about this. So guys, I'm not being mean. I'm 4'7" and a half. And a half. I have to throw that out.
You gotta get that out.
I get played at every stage of my own life.
That's actually true. Okay, McKinzie. So my question for you is, which fictional character do you secretly think you oh wait, I can't see that far. Sorry, guys. Which fictional character do you secretly think you would not want to be, but
That
you
would
are?
that would not be that I am a fictional character.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. A fictional character. Uh, I'm trying to think. Damn. A fictional character that I would be that I would not, but who I
That
would
you
not want
think
to
you're not, but you kind of secretly undercover are like, huh, maybe I am.
be. Yeah.
Okay,
Um.
for example, I don't know, like Tinkerbell, she's kind of mean, but she's not. But
You
I
relate way too much to Tinkerbell.
I love I do really I do kind of relate a little too much to Tinkerbell. So see, there's that on so many levels. But
Um. Probably Johnny Test.
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually love that show.
Cause
Good.
yeah. Cause like,
That was a really good
it's a
show.
great show.
yeah. Cause I'm like, oh, like either Johnny Test or like I want to say Phineas. Cause I just like always creating something. I'm always just doing something that's like out of the ordinary. But I just like don't really talk about it. I just want to just be left alone at the same time.
Okay, those are solid.
Yeah,
Those
Yeah.
are totally. They have like new episodes of
I think
Phineas
it's
and Ferb.
yeah, it just came out.
Really? I watched the entire season. I was like, I think what 10?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think brought up a new season.
They brought up a new season, so you must go indulge.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, what is the most random thing you keep in a bag or a car at all times?
Most random things, probably a notebook. It would, yeah, because you never. I personally like to like look at people just doing random things in New York because there's so many people around you. I like to take notes on like their actions because I love studying realism. I love making every single scene I'm doing real. So I feel like just like the casual movements that they do, like the way they talk. 'Cause like some people talk with eye contact, some people they might fidget while they're talking. Some people might look down while they're like talking because they have like like have like a little bit of embarrassment or stage fright, and like they have active. Some people are active listeners where like head nodding, strong, firm eye contact. I take notes on like all of that, so I always carry a notebook with me.
Oh, that's pretty
That's
cool.
pretty cool. I know for me, like I always keep in my bag this random receipt from something I bought years ago, and I just never threw away the receipt. It's a constant thing. There's always this random receipt in my bag, and I'm just like, why is this still here? I should have thrown this away.
I don't know. I just have too much in my bag, so yeah, there's no telling what's down there. Yeah, there's just a lady actually moved my purse, and because she was sitting on the chair the other day, and she moved it over. She said, "What do you have in there?" I go, "You don't want to know." I go, "There's a phone. There's like 2 extra phone chargers. There's makeup. There's an EpiPen." And she just kind of looked at me. She's like, "Okay." So there's that.
All right, if you could switch lives of any celebrity for 24 hours, what would you pick, and like, what would you do?
Let's see. Probably Lewis Hamilton.
Okay.
Okay.
Why? I don't really know. 'Cause I just want to drive an F1 car. I feel like that would be so cool. I love driving.
Oh, that would be
Okay,
cool.
that would be
Yeah,
cool.
That would be
yeah,
fun.
exactly. Yeah, just and he's also like one of the best F1 drivers as well. Like he won so many races. So I'm like, that would be pretty cool. Just to, like race an F1 car and win a race real quick. Yeah, get a nice little trophy and then come back to my life.
That would be
That
really
would be
kind of
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be.
All right, if you could take 5 things to a desert island, what would you pick?
Um, I want to say a gallon of water, probably a notebook, a pen, a guitar, and a knife for survival. Eh,
Okay.
Okay.
Those are
Yeah,
some solid ones. Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like if you're on a desert island, you probably might have coconut or food there, so I don't think you really need to bring food. You
That's true. You
probably,
can like gather. Well, I mean,
yeah,
if you have
you'll probably be a lot more bored.
situation
Yeah, and if you have
and
like a
pull it,
gallon of water, you can like refill the water as well.
that's true.
That's true. That's
That's
true.
true. You
Yeah.
could do like a Tom Hanks survival moment there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's a song you should be embarrassed to love, but you never apologize for blasting it out loud?
Um, Hamilton satisfied.
Okay.
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 Yeah, because recently I've been listening to I think I discovered Hamilton like pretty late. Like I think it was like a year ago. It might have been a year ago. Coming up now, but I think I just keep rewatching it like casually, and then I think recently I heard Satisfied. I was like, wow, this song is actually amazing.
It is a good song. It
Yeah,
really is.
exactly. And I'm just playing it on speakers, and my whole entire family's like not musical theater heads, so they're just like, "What are you playing? What are you listening to?"
I don't know. I have so many that it's my
I'm
list.
just like, what is in here? Your playlist, and I pull
Yeah,
it
my
up, and I'm just
playlist
like,
is
what?
like
It's so
insane.
confusing.
It's very confusing because like you're going down the list and you hear like maybe some heavy metal, then you hear like hardcore back
Heavy
in the
metal than
day
hard.
rap, and then you hear like every NWA album.
There's some reggae.
There's some reggae, and
Wow,
then
all over the place. 17 different
yeah,
genres.
so there's church music too. So I don't know.
Heavy
I just
metal and
I
church music at the same time.
exactly. So there we
I
go.
think for me, it's kind of funny because I listen to like mostly just rock and metal, and then there's one Backstreet Boys song.
Oh yeah.
What is it? What is it? I Want It That Way.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know all the words to that song.
That's
That's the
yours.
one
That's the
song.
one song for you.
That's the
I
one
feel like
song.
everybody does.
Yeah, everybody knows that song though.
Yeah.
So. All right. If aliens landed on Earth tomorrow and you had to explain to them the whole planet in one movie, what movie would you pick?
I just been to
You had to
Oppenheimer.
choose one movie.
Oppenheimer. I feel like
Oh
Okay.
yeah, that's a good
That's a
because I
one.
good
feel like
one.
they actually talk about America and the wars and everything that goes on and how he ruined the war, how he ruined the Earth by creating the atomic bomb. So I definitely feel like that would be a good movie that you can actually explain the world to. That's kind of like an accurate description of what the world is,
That's
basically.
actually yeah.
Yeah.
Get behind that one. That's a great
Absolutely.
choice.
That's
Yeah.
a great choice. I didn't even
Thank
think
Yeah.
that's a great choice. Okay, so Gabe made fun of this question, but I love it. So I'm gonna ask it anyway, McKinsey.
you.
In our little production meeting, he had a fit on me, but that's okay. Now, okay, first of all, I'm gonna preface it. Do you watch reality TV?
I think I watched Love Island probably 2 years ago.
Okay, well there you go.
Good enough.
There
If
good
that
enough.
counts, if that counts.
It
Nothing
counts.
recent.
So, what's your reality TV show alter ego? If you were like is it going to be an investigator, like a confessional person, a peacemaker? It's like, who would you be on a reality show?
I'd probably be either. No, I'd definitely be like the guy just sitting in the corner, just watching everything pan out. I wouldn't dissolve anything. I'd be like, I'm here for a reason. This is interesting.
Okay, okay. See, I don't know. I think I would probably be like the peacemaker. I'd be like, oh, you know
Peacemaker.
what? Yeah, I would have to go back in between everybody and try to make everybody get happy and love each other. That
I
would
feel like
probably
I'm all in for the beef. As long as my name is just not dragged into it. Everybody got issues. You got issues. That's y'all. That's y'all. I'll just stay out in my corner. I'll get the free drinks, the free snacks, whatever you got.
I like it. You're gonna get all the free.
Yeah, exactly. As long as I get everything just to
right.
eat.
There you go.
All right. You have one person to give a shout out to. So who is it, and why'd you pick them?
Definitely my mom. She definitely been, I want to say, a lot very supportive for like my journey as well. Like just she definitely has been supporting me pretty recently, and basically this entire time I've been choosing all my paths. Yeah, definitely my mom.
That's
All right,
awesome
that's
person.
awesome. Definitely.
Yeah.
What is the one piece of advice you would give to people who want to kind of follow in your footsteps and also act?
Um, I would say don't wait for it. I feel like everybody wants to wait for the right time. Everybody wants to wait for the right time to make an impact. I feel like your impact is now. Just go for it. Chase the stars. Do whatever you have to do. 'Cause at the end of the day, the world's moving fast. The world's gonna move without you, no matter whether if you choose to just sit there or move. So I definitely feel like if you want to make an impact inside this world, do everything you can now. Because everybody will tell you, oh yeah, you have to wait for the right time. You have to wait for this. You have to wait for that. I hate when people say that. I'll be like, all right, cool, 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 and I don't listen to them because I don't believe in waiting for it. Because you wait for the right time and it never comes. Everybody wants to say, "Oh, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna wait," and then they wait in 25 years later, wondering when is it gonna happen. So I'd rather just be like impactful and just sit there, and you got to just go for it now because that's all you can do. At the end of the day, you live one life, and if you sit there and try to play the safe game, safe route, you're never gonna live out to your full potential at the end of the day, and that's what life is about: living out to your full potential, especially in America.
That's
That's
true.
true. That's true. So, in addition to all that you have going on, what's next for you?
Definitely a lot more projects. I think what I got, Boy Soul Man Heart. We've been filming this show, Swipers. Southside Kev is coming out pretty soon. Yeah, I have a lot more projects. Yeah, just yeah, so many. Yeah, so I just trying to continue building a lot more momentum in my career. So it's just the projects keep stacking up. I'm trying to look forward to 2026, and just be the best I can. They got to be the best year. Every year has to be better than the next one. That's the goal.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, I like
That is
that.
the goal.
That is the goal. So, what's one thing you want our audience to know about you?
Um, I'm a very, very, I want to say antisocial person who doesn't really like talking.
Says the guy on a podcast, right?
Yeah, um, but I definitely can if I can get out of my comfort zone. But I'm one of those people who just definitely like being alone, and I enjoy my alone free time a lot more than being on the net. Then I'm definitely one of those weird kids who like basically everybody would be like, "Oh, you want to go to a party? We go to a party." I'm like, "No, I just want to stay home and just be alone." Text
Oh
me.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I have a group chat. Do not disturb. Just don't text me. Don't call me. I won't answer. I just want to be left alone at the same time. It's just like I feel like I love peace and quiet, and I love just having my peace of mind. I'm just not a party person. I'm not a person who just likes to be out there. But if I have to, I have to. But if I
Right.
can
Right.
choose to stay home, I'm staying home. So it's just that.
But no, I can definitely relate to that because I'm an introvert myself, and then
Yeah, I'm
like
an extreme
I have
introvert, but I can I got a little bit of extrovert in me when I have to.
yeah,
I
exactly.
can put on the performance.
Yeah. You turn
Yeah,
it on or
turn it
you
on,
turn
turn
it
it
off.
off. I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm in.
exactly.
Okay, so that makes 3 introverts
Yeah.
on a podcast.
On a podcast. I don't know how that happened.
That should be a show. There you go.
It happens. It happens.
It happens, yeah. All right. Last question. Where can people find you on social media?
I don't really use social media, but I do have Instagram. I'm McKenzie J Scott, and my IMDb gets updated a lot, so you can just follow me on IMDb as McKenzie J Scott as well. And that's like the only social media as I have, if IMDb even counts, and I don't really post on Instagram unless I have to. But yeah, those are the only social medias you can find me at.
All righty. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for
Thank you
coming on.
having me.
All right. Thank you. Did you guys enjoy the show? I know we did. Thanks to McKinzie for joining us today. Make sure to check out his social media, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.